If history had taken a different turn some 16 years ago, an entire generation of ragamuffins might be grown up playing Diablo on their Game Boys. Way before smartphones ruled the world, one Blizzard North programmer, called Jonathan Morin, began to wonder what the franchise might look like on the small screen. Speaking to Variety for a recent feature, Morin revealed, not curious about the idea, after spying the Game Boy dev kit in a studio corridor. After mulling it over, he eventually began working on a separate Pokemon-inspired prototype he called Diablo Gamasutra. Pokemon was really big at the time, he recalled. We thought we might do something similar where you could fight these monsters and get this whole different genre, age group. Because Diablo was for adults, that was the genesis of it. After around 6 months of covert development, he eventually got a demo running on the original Game Boy, and had enough in place to show a character walking around the world. In terms of the gameplay, Morin's small team were debating whether to try and preserve the series' signature hack and slash elements, or follow in Pokemon's footsteps, and take a turn-based approach. Unfortunately though, they never got any further than that. Managerial changes and new owners killed the project before it did even begin to truly take shape. But with the launch of Diablo Immortal, the franchise's smartphone debut imminent, Morin believes was probably ahead of the curve. Those interested in learning more about Diablo should head on over to Variety for the full story. Their ownership for Steam users nearly doubled in 2018, at least according to a collection of the monthly Steam hardware and software reports released by Valve at the end of each month. Typically, those roundups offer curious eyes a glance at month-to-month trends in OS, VR, and PC component usage, but only data from the most recent month is publicly displayed. Uploader, however, kept track of the monthly results for virtual reality headsets, and crunched the numbers to find that, across all VR brands, the percent of Steam users that used a VR headset nearly doubled in 2018. According to that data, just over 0.4% of Steam users had a VR headset in January, compared to 0.8% in December. On a per-headset basis, Uploadable data shows an 85% rise in Oculus Rift users on Steam in 2018 alongside a 65% rise in HTC Vive ownership. Windows mixed reality headsets saw boost as well. At the beginning of the year, the platform did not have enough users to register on the monthly survey. At the close of 2018, 0.7% of Steam users had picked up a Windows mixed reality headset. However, it is worth noting that this data comes with a few caveats. The hardware survey, of course, only offers percentages, so it's difficult to put actual numbers to that growth. But for comparison's sake, Steam now has as many VR users as it does people running OS as their operating system. Additionally, participation in the survey requires Steam users to opt in, meaning that the sample slice here does not include every single user on Steam. But even taken with a grain of salt, the collective maths of data offer an interesting look at how VR fared during last year. In this DD 2017 session, Guerrilla Games, Online Greenstone, explores the traversal system that allows Aloy to explore the vast world of Horizon Zero Dawn. Games vendors over the different systems and techniques involved in the implementation of these traversal mechanics from a gameplay programmer's perspective, and provides perspective for certain design decisions. It was an insightful talk that's definitely still worth watching. so developers should not miss the opportunity to do so now that it's freely available on the official GD YouTube channel. In addition to this presentation, THEGDC Vault and its accompanying YouTube channel offers numerous other free videos, audio recordings, and slides from many of the recent game developers conference events. And the service offers even more members-only content for DD Vault subscribers. Those who purchased all access passes to recent events, like DD Vault, already have full access to DD Vault, and interested parties can apply for the individual subscription via DD Vault subscription page. Group subscriptions are also available. Game-related schools and development studios who sign up for DD Vault Studio subscriptions can receive access for their entire office accompanied by contacting staff via THEGDC Vault group subscription page. Finally, current subscribers with access issues can contact DD Vault technical support. Gamasutra and DD are sibling organizations under parent company Informa. In the wake of the big, unresolved dispute between Spatlo's Dev Improbable and Unity, CryEngine maker Crytek has reaffirmed its commitment to providing an open platform in a post on its website. The post restates two main points that the company brought up in a post last week, that it is working closely with Improbable to create a gig for CryEngine, and that the upcoming CryEngine-based battle royale game from Automation will use Spatlos to power its 1000-player brawls. Crytek says that its efforts to ensure CryEngine supports open development and its partnership with Improbable both aim at the development process for devs that use CryEngine and respect interoperability between platforms, software, and services. This is all in service of a simple principle: developers come first, and developers do their best work when they are free to choose from the best range of tools. Says the post, we are proud to partner with Improbable, but we want it to be the start of something bigger. We want to work with other technologists, toolmakers, and developer services to create a best-in-class and ever-improving experience. The Epic Games Stories Director of Publishing Strategy, Sergey Galyankin, known as Steam Spy, has clarified a few points regarding how Battlefront will target influencers and consumers. This comes after the Rosetta also provided a translated summary of an episode of How Games Are Made, a Russian-language podcast co-hosted by Galyankin, where he apparently discussed what developers and users can expect from Epic this year in terms of features. It's worth noting that the Rosetta thread is a summarized, roughly translated account of the podcast, and so the points given should be taken with a grain of salt. Epic currently has a system that allows developers to provide influencers with game codes that come with referred links to the game, offering the influencers a cut of a game's sale when the link is used. As of right now, Epic covers the default 5% cut. Although developers can decrease or increase that cut, the program is reportedly not intended to be permanent, leading to speculation that devs will be asked to cover more costs in the future, with indies paying up to 20% in order to have their games marketed by influencers. Epic also takes a 12% cut of revenue from games sold on the storefront, with the Support a Creator program being optional. As of right now, the pricing system is also optional, so devs are able to decide if they want to give influencers anything from 0 to 100% of the revenue for every game they help sell. Galyankin took to Twitter to clarify, right now a significant part of marketing budgets of big games is allocated to paid influencers. Galyankin said on Twitter, Those are one-off deals. I think having a way for influencers to be able to stream any game and make money without relying solely on big publishers would be awesome. Support a creator program. A Fortnite allows some creators to make enough money to go full-time. My hope is by extending it to Epic Game Store titles and getting more games on board, we will reach the point where it's possible for more creators. Our goal is to empower smaller devs to have the same access to creators that only big publishers right now can afford. It's not in any way mandatory. We are just leveling the playing field, giving devs the tools. On the other hand, it also levels the playing field for mid-sized and small creators. We found that relying small and mid-sized creators is actually better when running promotional campaigns. But there are so many of them. Most devs cannot manage that.